Do you see that? Here, I'll zoom in for you. Now do you see it? Do you want to see it even closer? Do you see it? Do you see that? Hello fellow brawlers, welcome to the video that I have been most excited about making ever since I started Brawl Stars content about 8 months ago, and that is the Brawl Stars Android release. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. If you didn't already know, Brawl Stars just tweeted out this picture. Do you see that? Do you see that? That's right, guys. Spike's Shadow is the Android Shadow, and the developer team just let us leak it to you guys that Brawl Stars is officially coming out to Android. Okay, I won't make you guys watch that whole thing. Just kidding. Okay, I'm actually winded a little bit. Guys, I am so excited about this, and you should be too, guys. Now, we're going to be covering all of the details right here in this video. First of all, when will it happen? Second, where will it be available? Third, how can you download and start playing? And then fourth, guys, how much longer until Brawl Stars finally goes global on both Android and iOS everywhere? First of all, guys, when is this going to happen? Brawl Stars actually has not given any specific time frame out to the public regarding when this is going to happen, but I can tell you this much, guys, it's gonna be soon. I mean, they're not gonna post that picture right there and just like let us hang for like a month, right? Like that, they wouldn't do that. So make sure you guys go hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you do not miss out. Question number 2, guys, where will it be available? So for right now, it is only going to be available in countries that are currently in the soft launch for Brawl Stars, namely Canada, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. If you do live in those countries, all you really need to do is just go into the Google Play Store and download it once it does actually come out, which is super, super exciting. And if you don't live in a soft launch country, you actually won't be able to play. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're thinking, hey, I know how to get around this. I know how to download an APK, right? Well, back when Clash Royale was released on Android for beta testing, the APK got leaked and literally anyone could play it as long as they knew how to download and install an APK file. Now, Supercell has taken the necessary precautions this time, so that even if you are able to get that APK file, you won't be able to connect to the game and actually play it. So, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. If you are in the United States or in a country that is not in the soft launch beta countries, then you will still have to wait for the global launch. So, yeah, if you want to keep posting comments like this, you're gonna have to just start asking for global. I don't mind the comments. I understand wanting to play the game, guys. It's an absolutely amazing game, and I totally understand you guys wanting it to come out as soon as possible so you can play it. So keep on putting it in the comment section so I know you guys are still waiting for that global release. And guys, never fear. Right now, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be talking about when I think the game is going to go global, specific time frames, guys. So the question is, how much longer until a global release? Well, in one of my recent videos, I kind of speculated on a few Android release dates. One of them was June 15th, if you guys remember. Now, by the way, I did say that was the least likely time frame, so everybody that's calling me a liar in my comment section, guys, make sure you watch the whole video. Although I did kind of have June 15th right on the thumbnail, so maybe you can't call me a liar. Honestly though, guys, like we're less than 10 days away from that date anyways, so like I'm actually pretty impressed with how quickly Supercell is bringing the game to Android. Now guys, before we actually talk about the specific estimation of when it's going to happen, which I will do later in this video, we need to take a look and see how Supercell actually handled the global release of Clash Royale. Now, according to Wikipedia, and I'm just going to read this out to you guys, the game was soft launched for iOS platforms on January 4th, 2016. The game was then soft launch released on Android on February 16th of 2016. So this was a month and a half later. Not a year later, Brawl Stars. Now, after that, half a month later, the game was released on March 2nd, 2016, okay? So the game was released half a month after an Android release. So because of this, when I first heard that Brawl Stars was actually going to have an Android beta test, I originally thought, hey, well that means that global is coming like half a month to a month after that. However, there is one caveat to this, guys, and that is that Finnish law actually requires all employers to give their employees a straight 1 month summer vacation, guys. Now, Supercell hasn't said anything about when they're planning on taking this vacation, but we know it's going to be happening. And I'm like 95% confident that it didn't already happen because they just released an insanely awesome update, and apparently they've been preparing for an Android release. No, they haven't been vacationing. They've been hard at work. In fact, they probably actually deserve a vacation right about now. So here's kind of what I think makes sense, guys. I think that they're probably going to release this game for Android soft launch. They're gonna wait a little bit. They're gonna make sure that like servers are okay, there aren't any like super game breaking bugs or anything like that. And once they're like, okay guys, everything's calmed down, let's go ahead and take our vacation. That's kind of what I think is going to end up happening. Now, the fact that they are already releasing the game on Android when they originally said that Android would only come with a global release has me thinking that once they get rested up from their vacation, their #1 goal is going to be global. And honestly, guys, the game really feels like it's about there. It is so polished, it's so good. There aren't any major features in the game that I'm like, yeah, this is broken. Like really, guys, it's really fantastic. Now, right before we actually talk about these time frames, let's go ahead and talk about what is the bare minimum that Brawl Stars actually needs to do before the game is ready to go global. Okay, so first of all, they've got Brawler Voices. 9 brawlers out of the 21 brawlers still need a voice. So they've got to have the actors doing stuff. I mean, I don't know, they got to be sending some stuff in, or I said they've got to give 9 brawlers their voices, okay? On top of that, they also do have to translate the game from English, which is the only language that it's available in, into lots of other languages. Clash Royale actually has 20 different languages for it. Now, I don't know if all 20 of them are needed, but Brawl Stars still has quite a bit to do. On top of that, they probably have to add more servers so that it's actually playable in different countries, and maybe add replays into the game, though I'm not convinced that that's absolutely necessary for the game to go global. Now, most of these things kind of sound like something that Brawl Stars could just be like, hey, you, I'm gonna pay you, go translate this game into a bunch of different languages. Or, hey, you, go do some voice acting for Mortis, because Lex's was just okay. Just kidding, Lex, you still have the best voice acting of all Brawl Stars. But even if they do pay a bunch of people to like do translations and do Brawler Voices, the dev team still has to put all of that in there, and they still have to prepare servers, and there's probably a whole bunch of other stuff that I just don't even know about. Now guys, I am not a game developer, and I honestly have no idea how long it would take for a small team at Supercell to do this kind of stuff. But I will take a guess, guys. I think it will take them 1 to maybe 2 months after their vacation to actually do this. So I am estimating, guys, that Brawl Stars will be released globally on Android and on iOS in August or September. That's right, guys. For those of you that are in the countries that are going to be released for Android, congratulations, you are in the game. We're super excited to have you. And for those of you guys that are still having to wait, just hang on there a little bit longer. It is getting close. I can taste it. I can feel it. I'm looking into the future and I can see it. And of course, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button for future content on Brawl Stars, including in-depth meta-analyses and the best strategies in the game right here on the channel. Not to mention information as soon as I can get it to you regarding the Brawl Stars global release. Anyways, guys, for now, this is Kairos time ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars.